Welcome back, everyone. Today we've got, well, as you can see by the title, some more 5-lap challenge. We're going to be doing the next 4 rounds of the season, starting off with Max Verstappen at Austria. We'll then be going on to Silverstone, which will be done in Vettel's Ferrari. Then Germany, which will be done in Hamilton's Mercedes, as will Hungary. I believe Hamilton won that. Yeah, he did. So those are the 4 races we've got for you. Let's get straight into Austria. See how high we can get up the field in Max Verstappen's Red Bull at Austria, which is only one, of course, due to the demise of both Mercedes in this race in 2018, obviously. Could be tough, given the lack of straight line speed in the Red Bull, with it being Renault powered and whatnot, but we'll see what we can do. Try and get a decent start, and just try and make up as many places on the first lap as we can, and just build it from there, I guess. If you're watching on YouTube and you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily content. You can see what sort of uploads, what sort of stuff I upload by the rest of the channel. Those are the 4 series I've got going at the moment, which is obviously this series. We've got the Arsenal career mode over on FIFA 19, as I'm interrupting Crofty. We've got what we hope will be a fantastic contest. The Crawley career mode, did I say that? Well, we've got the Crawley and Arsenal career modes over on FIFA 18, 19 even. And obviously we've got the F1 2018 career mode. Today, then, and obviously the odd league race here and there. Sure. I'll hand you over to Crofty and continue in a minute. 1 or 2 cars just behind the pace. Actually, do you know what? He's only rambling about qualifying, it doesn't matter. So yeah, if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know if there's anything else you want to see on the channel. But for now, we'll check the weather report for the race, which is going to be dry. So we'll load up our Austria setup and get out there. We just retire straight away. I can't be asked to drive in the rain. Actually no, we'll give it a go for the last. Why not? That's why. Lol.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Also subscribe for a lot of outtakes like everyone. Love it. Your photo mode, that's not helpful. The tyres will start from the back anyway.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow, but before
we don't need to see the grid. All that matters is that we're at the back. Let's advertise the stream a little bit.
Welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix here in Spielberg. It's race day and the cars are already on the grid as the drivers complete their final preparations ahead of lights out. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of Turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. I, for one, can't wait to get started. And there's another very excited little chap here beside me as well. It's our very own Anthony Davidson. Great to see you again today.
Thanks for that, Crofty. And I'm really anxious to get underway here. We've got all the makings of a great race today. World champions in competitive cars, lots of drivers on form, and I suspect a few strategists on the pit wall looking to try something a bit different and maybe jump their cars up the order.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo and Hulkenberg, Sainz, Perez, Ocon and Kevin Magnussen, Grosjean, Alonso, Charles Leclerc and Gasly, Van Dorn, Hartley, Marcus Ericsson and Lance Stroll, Sirotkin and Max Verstappen completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
Right then, let's get straight into it. And away we go. It's a decent start. Can we make it past the Williams of Sirotkin? No, we can't. Got the inside for turn 1. Made a few decent places there. Only to be P18 for now. Let's get it up into Rich. See if we can power past the Williams of Stroll. But we've boxed in a little bit because of Stoffel Van Dorn. He's moved to the outside now. Let's go up the inside of turn 3. Very late on the brakes. Side by side now with Hartley. Going down into turn 4. Can we keep P15? Still around the outside, Brendan Hartley. Still up the inside. Side by side for half a lap now. Eventually we make the move, sticking up into P15. Right, now after Verstappen's teammate for next year, or for this year, technically speaking. Yeah, Gasly in P14. I love making this series, it's so exciting. Always just action-packed races. Unless it's Monaco, of course. Better line through turn 3 than Gasly. Pushes onto the grass a little bit. Might go for a lunge. We're gonna. Oh, a bit of contact.
Brilliant. Nice move.
Cheers, Jeff. Right, Leclerc up next. All over and through the S's. A lot better downforce than that Sauber. A bit unsettled through the final corner there. DRS is enabled.
Now available.
But right, I was going to hit him there, so I had to dart out the way at the last second. Now we've lost an absolute stack of time to Leclerc. Points is just up there, Roman Grosjean. Whoa, oversteered. This car's starting to feel a little bit unsettled now, don't like it. Leclerc and Alonso side by side. The Spaniard seems to have made it back ahead. Still up the inside, Leclerc. Great racing by those two. A little bit of contact there. Because we've managed to catch all the way back up to Alonso. Might even have a look up the inside of the second to last corner here. Bit dangerous, but Alonso's just backed out. Past the Spaniard up into P13. Got a little run on Leclerc as well at the last corner. Just that Ferrari engine. Outside of turn 1, a little bit of contact. Alonso's there to try and pick up the pieces too. Still side by side with Leclerc, so he squeezes out a little bit. Alonso up her inside, oversteer. My God. Back up into Rich with low on ERS as well. Oh, we've got that all wrong, Charles Leclerc there. The run we've got on Leclerc here, a little bit over the curb. Surely it's got to be P12 now. And there's what the hold up is here, but we've caught right back up to the points paying positions. Hulkenberg must have made a mistake. All three of them have got DRS. Oh, we hit the back of Magnussen, but thankfully haven't got any front wing damage. We'll have a look at the inside here. Past the German in the Renault. P11, come on. Magnussen and Grosjean side by side. Can we pick up the pieces and score some points here at Austria? Maybe. Still on the brakes, even halfway through the corner, but we've made it up the inside of Magnussen. Bloody hell, what a race this has been. Can we somehow get past Grosjean as well? Pull off the incredible. I'm not sure. Oh, we had a run on him at the last corner, but it's going to be P10 for the Austrian Grand Prix. What a race that was. Whew. Jeez.
A great win then for the Mercedes team today. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
There you go, Hamilton's happy.
And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
My driver of the day was Max Verstappen. He did a cracking job moving through the field, just highlighting why he's so highly rated in the paddock.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
10 positions in 5 laps. It's not surprising we got driver of the day, as we tend to do in pretty much every race. I think Monaco's the only one where we haven't got it. Right, on to Silverstone, I believe? Or is it France now? Actually, have I just completely missed out France? I think we might have actually just missed out France. Indeed we have. Right then, well we'll do France next. Yeah, that's not ideal. Apologies for that. Oh dear. Well, turns out we won't be doing actually, will we be doing Hungary in this video? No, we won't. It'll be France, and then we'll go to Silverstone and then Hockenheim, and then that'll round out today's video. In fact, we might even do 5. We'll see. Can't believe I made that mistake. Just completely forgot about France. I love driving this track as well.
Welcome to qualifying.
And of course we are in Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes. So, well, as he won the race in real life. Let's see if we're on the pace or not. I haven't driven this track in a while though. Yeah, I've messed it up. Let's just retire.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set. It's that time once. So before the off, let's...
Don't want to hear all that garbage from Crofty. Let's just get straight into the
Okay, be
action.
wary of the car.
Still a little bit peeved at myself for making that mistake. Completely forgetting about this track. That's a poor start as well. Yeah, we've got the inside. I think at the very least we're going to make it past Lance Stroll. Here we are. A little bit of contact though as we lose the back end. Around the outside of Sorokin, we've got him. Made contact with him as well. And we're restarting. Oh, I just retired. Ohs. Oh, getting everything wrong today. We've
And
been
as
able
we
to
can
switch to
see,
the
it's
inside
time
line
for
there.
the
That wouldn't have
podium. And as the
happened.
drivers...
Yeah, well, we'll see that in a minute when the race actually finishes.
Moving on to the driver of the day then.
Compared to when I
Anthony
just balls it up. Attempt
Keep
number
your eyes
2
open
at
on the
front. That's a better start. Already powering past the Williams of Sorokin. Still side by side with Stroll. They're boxed in because of Brendan Hartley up ahead. Stroll reclaims the position, but we're going to go back around the outside. We're in the same position as what we were last time. Take it a bit more easy this time. Around the outside of Hartley, maybe there's a slow McLaren there. Pretty wide through this corner. Oh my god. How the hell have we all made it around there alive? Got past Brendan Hartley, we're around the outside of Stoffel Van Dorn. Got the run and then we split it up into Rich. How the hell did we make it through there alive? Stoffel Van Dorn breaks later, but we've still got the outside line. Still side by side with the Belgian.
That's a decent start. Good job.
I think we're just about going to get past him as well. Through the flat out right hander. Now to catch up to the Sauber of Marcus Ericsson in front. Running a little bit wide there. Train up there. Got the Rowan Ericsson here at the last corner. Up the inside, we're going to hold it there. Ericsson locks up. That's P15.
Nice work. That brings you up a place.
Whoa. Gasly locked up. Let's do a little flash right there. Not really much we could have done there. And the outside of Alonso. Turns to the inside and we're up into P14. That's P8. Gasly and Leclerc are still, as it happens, side by side. Battling for P12. Little bit of a gap around the outside here, maybe. For us to go around the outside of Pierre Gasly. Can we get it? Run a little bit wide. Still on our inside. And he's conceded the place. P13. Leclerc slow. That was dumb. That was dumb. Flashback again. Oh, this hasn't exactly been plain sailing. Mike is slow. I think he's lost a bit of front wing or something. And indeed he has as he pulls into the pit lane. Right, up to P12. Can we get past Charles Leclerc on the main straight, or are we going to have to wait until the back straight with DRS? We're going to have to wait until the back straight. Messed up turn 1 royally, ruined us at T2 as well. Should be an easy P11 on Leclerc, and indeed it is. Up the inside with DRS, lost the back end, saved it though. Doesn't mean Leclerc's got a run on us though. Squeeze into the inside of it. Is he going to hold it? Yeah, he is. Whoa, contact!
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment.
Held it though. That's why I'm not very good at this track, as it seems. Also, I've not got a lot of VRS left either. The back end again.
This is your final lap of the race.
I want to move around the outside of turn 3 though. How about that? Right, can we get the Spaniard of Carlos Sainz in front of us? or is he going to be just too far ahead? I don't quite know. Got DRS on him. Up into overtake. Don't think we'll get him. No, we're far too far back. We might have to settle for P10 again here. Awful. Right, around the final corner, P10. That was a disaster of a race in terms of actually getting it done. A restart and 2 flashbacks, I believe. Yeah, mistakes were made. But on to Silverstone, then hopefully that'll be better. Vettel's Ferrari will be used.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium.
The top 3.
Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flag.
Excuse me.
Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Oh, well, it's got to be Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, we've got
he
P9.
was fast,
Sainz got a
decisive,
penalty.
everything you'd want from a top-class driver.
That's it for today's Grand Prix.
Fair
and
enough.
from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So P10 for the Austrian Grand Prix, P9 for France. Can we continue that run for Silverstone? P8 maybe? And then P7 in Germany? I don't think I finished P7 yet. I think my highest is P8. Silverstone circuit.
It's time once again then for qualifying here at Silverstone on what we're hoping will be a tight contest for pole position. This is a track that tends to ask quite a lot of the tyres, both front and rear. So is it fair to say a great deal of management will be needed in order to do well here?
Tyre wear is always something you have to consider to a certain degree.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday,
Okay, be wary of the cars ahead.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was...
Keep your eyes open. We're looking good from the start. DRS is now enabled. Will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone. 6 seconds. Good job, nice overtake. This is your final lap of the race. Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Brilliant stuff from Mercedes today. That's another historic win. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I'm going to go for Sebastian Vettel. People have suggested before that he can't race wheel to wheel, but as he showed today, it's nonsense.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time. Welcome back to qualifying, where we're waiting for the lights to turn green in the pit lane to signify the start of the session here at the Hockenheim Ring for this weekend's German Grand Prix. And I'm here, of course, with Anthony Davidson on what has turned out to be a very pleasant day indeed. No weather to interfere, no problems on the track, so absolutely no room for error.
That's right, Crofty. It's looking good out there at the moment. Each team will have their own game plan for this session, and of course, once the cars leave the garage, they'll be under parc fermé conditions, so any last-minute adjustments need to be done right here and now. Beyond that, it's all up to the driver. Who can keep their tyres in the right temperature? Who can hit their apexes? No race fuel on board these days, of course. These are the fastest cars we've had in a long, long time, and it's right here in qualifying where they're at their absolute peak. Let's get started.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow, but before we go, let's... With
Okay, be wary. That's a strong start. Well done. race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available. Battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment. We're trailing our teammate by 5.5 seconds. This is your final lap of the race. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, I have to give it to Lewis Hamilton. You know, it was just the kind of drive you'd expect from a multiple world champion.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye and see you again next time.